EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Christmas Day matchup. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Now, Charles, you and I, we've done a lot of games together. Always seems like we're rehashing the same storylines. Turnovers, of course, always a big story. Quarterback play, running backs, yada, yada, yada. But getting ready for this one word kept coming to mind, and that's preparation.
Well, it's critical to be prepared. Physically, mentally. When you think about getting ready for an NFL game, you have to wonder, what will they throw at us that maybe we haven't seen before? 2-minute drill? Maybe different things like that. Got to be prepared. You're exactly right.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
I still remember back in 2013 when he was drafted out of West Virginia. He was coming off of back-to-back 4,000-yard seasons for the Mountaineers. Hadn't seen as much game time in recent years, but at one point, a capable starter in the NFL.
First carry here for Ken Walker. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Geno. He lets it fly for Lockett. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Darius Williams, the one there defensively.
Haven't met a corner that's worth his salt yet that ever admits to worrying about man coverage. How about the play there, breaking that pass up?
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. Here's Smith to return it. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
And Matthew Stafford was taken 1st overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their 38. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. A first run now for Kyren Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua. 7 yards there and a first down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
2nd down and a yard. Now Stafford. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Throwing is Stafford. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And his kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup there, especially when it comes on the heels of a 3 and out the first time you have the ball. They were determined to not have that happen again, and that's a nice throw for their first down of the game.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf. And a first down to boot.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Walker now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Geno now to throw. He's going to air one out. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, if maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter, it's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So the Rams coming back onto the field. Their 2nd drive of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now it's Stafford. Incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game, you know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw is Stafford. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but
For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer, but when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. His fourth catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. (3-3), a tight one after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. A shotgun snap for Smith. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. The football going back to the Rams now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, You're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Back to throw, Stafford. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson. And that takes us from second to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Stafford. He juked him. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And he comes back with one complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. To the air again, Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite. But the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was capped off by the Kyron Williams touchdown run. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Smith. Buying time to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Byron Young. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Play action. It's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Smith. And he is caught. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Again, Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jake Bobo from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and we are even at 10 apiece. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Rams now coming out on the field. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They begin the drive with Williams. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Now Stafford. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep is Jalen Darden. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up second down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
Throwing now is Gino.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. After the interception, here's Stafford.
Going to be taken in here by Nakua.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second down and 4.
Stafford now to throw. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Stafford to Cup there for a Rams first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Stafford. He gets this into the hands of Cup once again.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Throwing is Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Williams. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing again is Stafford. Dancing to his left. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Now a 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Stafford.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. This one goes underneath to Walker. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
We saw a fine performance in that first half from the running back, Kyron Williams. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Second down and 6 now.
Play action. Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Now a play fake it at Stafford.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now it's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they're coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, it's Williams. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. Throw right side into the hands of the tight end long. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
After the interception, here's Smith. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Now it's Smith. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 51 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd down and 13. Back to throw, Stafford. Throw out wide is incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So it was a 3-point lead at halftime, and they double that with a field goal here.
And I think defensively, you've got to be okay with that because you've kept this game within a touchdown. Your hope is that you've inspired your offense to put a drive together, get in the end zone themselves, and hopefully get you the lead.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And out now come the Seahawks. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try for the first with Walker, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Back to Walker on first down. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Again, it's Walker. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Geno now to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
I'll give him credit there. Nice job on the drag route. Bring the receiver across the field, hoping he can catch it in stride and turn it up. He was able to do just that, although he's just a little bit short of the first down.
2nd and a couple. Now Geno. Returning right back to Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And his throw here's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The offense on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Geno. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Myers' kick is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Stafford. They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Off of play action. Here's Smith. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10. Right at the 30. He'll look to Williams to begin things. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive, because they're in full ball control mode now. So if you keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Stafford. That is caught. He's got the first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. To throw is Stafford. Caught on the slant, and they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A gain of 7 that time, 2nd goal. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua from 10 yards out. And the Rams will add to their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Extra point forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
From the 50, it's Smith. Looking sideline, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again.
Open man, there's Bobo.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
To throw is Smith. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Darius Williams, the one there defensively.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Byron Young able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Smith's going to throw it.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Here comes the Rams punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So Geno and the Seahawks down by 10. A little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Smith to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Smith gets this to Fant.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Smith. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Smith now to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack. And it's going to lead them to 4th down. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Down 2 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.